Okay, welcome back to the channel. So the current top gainers that showed up for the morning was KIDZ, ZCAR, NAOV. Now, this is at the end of the day. So the KIDZ had a 366% runner, the ZCAR had 153%, and NAOV had 35%. So there was really no news because this came out on 4/17 for the kids ticker, and that was for April the 8th, and that was April 11th. So really no current news. But I want to show some of the news, like the latest, like the two latest news. So there was no current news for them. Now, the KIDZ, as you can see, has 750,000 float shares, which is nice. That's a low float, has 17 million volume. So the volume is nice and high. The ZCAR, 646,000 float, which is nice, and 17 million volume. NAOV, 824,000 float, 14 million volume. All three of them are on the NASDAQ exchange. Now, this is the type of volume that we need because this is at the end of the day. So these percentages are for the close. Now, in the morning at around 9:40, these three showed up. Let me show you on TradingView what they look like. Now, NAOV, this one showed up because we opened up here, and around 9:40, I ran the scanner, and that's why NOV showed up. But I wouldn't have traded it because it was just a downtrend the whole time during pre-market. So I just would not trade that. And again, it's below the session VWAP, which I just would not even think about touching it. So, but the volume is there, but it's just below the VWAP and I wouldn't touch it. Plus, we were a downtrend in pre-market. You want to see an uptrend in pre-market and above the VWAP. But let's take a look at, what is it, ZCAR. This one, as you can see here, we're trading up in pre-market, which is great. Now, that was 930, 935, 940. So right around, let's see, this candle right here is 940. So the scanner came up and it showed ZCAR, which is good. Now, if you would have got in on the next candle at 945, you could have ran it up. Let's see what kind of move that made. That made like a $2 move on a $15 stock. I think at the time it's like 13. You can make some money off of that. I mean, at $2 with a 100 shares, you can make yourself a couple $100. With 1,000 shares, that'll be like $2,000. And also, what I'd like to see, it ran up. You can go ahead and do that. Jump in when you see it. You would have to read the tape. If you know how to read the tape, you can read the tape and see if you still have momentum and try to get that move. But what I like to do is see a pullback, and that's what we had. We had a pullback here. Now, this is a session VWAP. If we go and do it on the open, which is right here at 9:30, that is the New York Open, which we go ahead and do the VWAP. We had a pullback right to the New York VWAP, but the session VWAP, we didn't have a pullback to. Now, this right here, you could have traded it. And what you can do is this candle here, you go on the break of that. As you can see, the delta is pretty good. Once it breaks that, you can go ahead and get in on that. And then once it rides up to here and it closed like at 2.45, 2.45. I mean, it ran all the way up. And you could have taken profits. So right around $2, you could have taken profits. You might not get the whole move. You might come back and only get like $1.50. You're trading 1,000 shares. That's still $1,500 in your pocket. 100 shares, be $150. So also what you have to look at, and I looked at this earlier, I'm not sure, but I think this one had like a 10-cent spread. I think the lowest I saw it was like 5 or 6 cent spread. You got to be careful with these because if you get in on market orders, you're going to be paying for that. And what I'm going to do is for these scans, I'm going to try and see if I can't get the spread so it can show you when the scan shows up what the spread is. Also, what I should do is filter out anything that is above like a 10-cent spread or a 15-cent spread. Is just don't even show it up on the scanner. If it's like a 20 or 30-cent spread, there's really no reason to even trade that. I just wouldn't trade it. Just pass. All you really need is just a few good runners for the week and you can make some really decent money. So this was a decent trade, the ZCAR. And also it was a decent trade, this one. And also right here, it pulled back. So it ran up and it pulled back again. And looks like we put in a hammer here. It came to the New York VWAP. It didn't get back down to the session VWAP, the pre-market session, the overnight and the pre-market session. But if you would have traded that as well, let's say a break on that hammer and you would have rode it up, let's say you get in here, let's say you ride it up, that was like a $3 move, but you're not going to get the whole move. Let's say it came back to here. Let's say you got out about right here after it broke the low of that candle and it starts coming back on you. It's like $1.25. That's still good. 1,000 shares, make yourself $1,000. 100 shares, you get about $100. That's a $1 move. If you were able to get a $2 move on that, that's awesome. Probably what you want to do if you get in a move like this and it starts running up, take a little bit off. When it pulls back, put some more on. Your stop would have been right down here. So you get in here and your stop is down here. That's like $1.50 and it made like a $3 move. That's pretty good. So also it pulled back here again, as you can see that wick. It pulled back. You can jump in and get some more. And as you can see, it's trading above the VWAP. There's no reason why you can't just go ahead and buy when it gets close to the VWAP. Still have your stop right at the low of this candle. And you're still good to go. You could have taken some money off here. It pulled back, get back in. It ran up, take some money off up in here. You know, if that's how you want to play it, you can play it that way. But you always want to stay with the momentum. Now let's take a look at the other one, which is KIDZ. This one was a really good one. Okay, as you can see here in the pre-market, it ran up. We have the session VWAP. It's trading above the session VWAP. That's exactly what I want to see. It did not close below it for the whole day. That's exactly what you want to see. Let's look at the anchor point for the VWAP. We'll anchor it at 930. Okay, so how you could have played this one is when it opened up, kind of sold off. You put some, looks like you got 2 doji candles. When I see this, I don't like trading on the break of the first one. It's like a 2-bar break. That candle and that candle, the high of that one, which you could have gotten in like right here, and you could have rode that up. That would have been like a $1 move, but you're not going to get the whole move. Let's say you get in down here. Your stop is down here, so that's like a 35-cent stop, something like that, maybe 35-cent, 40-cent stop. And it runs up here, and then it starts retracing back. Let's say you only got 50 cents out of that move. Let's say you only got half of it because it ran up 50 cents. That's still good. That's a $3 stock on like 1,000 shares. That right there is like $500. And it definitely had the volume because 2.6 million, 1 million. I mean, you definitely got the volume. You can get in and out pretty easily. So that's how you could have played that one. When it ran up and when it came back, touched the New York VWAP, you could get in. And it ran up here. It kind of broke down. And I personally would have been done for the day around 12 o'clock. If you make this kind of move, you make yourself $500 or you make yourself $1,000. just be done for the day. Now, if you really wanted to, you could have held, and that right there, let's say you get in here, you hold it to the close. That's like 2.88. That's almost like $3 move. That's really good trade. So those were the three that showed up. Now, out of the three, the NAOV, that was a no trade. No trade at all. NAOV. The only reason it showed up on the scanner is because it opened up here, and around 9:40 it started trading up. It opened up at like 4.2 and like 4.4. Had a 20-cent move on a $4 stock, so it kind of showed up on the scanner. But the two good trades was KIDZ and ZCAR. So those were out of three stocks, you could have traded two and made yourself some money. So again, now yesterday, I think we could have only walked away with maybe around 30 cents, but today was a really good day. Two good stocks to trade that was shown up on the at 9:40 on the scanner, and you could have made the move. Now I'm going to be working on this scanner a lot more. If we look at the scanner, it's not going to look like this. I'm going to have like a dark background and some light text. It's going to be really nice on the eyes. I'm just getting this down so I can just get the data there that it's working, and it seems like it is working. Out of these three stocks, the first two were really good trades, and I mean ZCAR moved 153%, KIDZ moved 366% for the day. So these would have been some really good movers. Low floats and high volume. So it's real easy to get in and out of the trades. Now, maybe I can put down in here with the price, maybe I can try to get the current bid and ask and see what the spread is. If it's above, let's say 10 cents, it's just not going to show up on the scanner. There's no reason to do that. I like getting in and out of these trades when the market is open. Sometimes these things move so fast you can't even put limit orders in. Just throw in a market order. If it's like a 2 cent, 5 cent spread, just throw in a market order. Pay the 2 to 3 or 5 cents. Yeah, it cuts into your profits, but at least you're in it and it's moving. You're in it. Because sometimes I have tried this, and you put these limit orders, and that thing just smokes you, and it just runs up without you, and you're just sitting there pissed off because you didn't get filled by the market maker. So maybe I can go ahead and show the spreads on that and then filter out if it's above 10 cents. Well, let's see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow's Friday, May 2nd. Let's see what that brings. I will talk to you later. Bye.